shown the practical about how to Azure load balancer works, and we see the practical. And today we are trying to discuss about application gateway. This is also one type of load balancer, guys. And compared to Azure load balancer application gateway, what is the differences when we are going to use it? And these things we will try to understand today. Okay, so here application gateway. So especially web applications. Web applications only. For that, we're going to use the application gateway. What is a web application? What services this web application provide the services via HTTP and HTTPS. So what are the services delivering via HTTP and HTTPS traffic? Those application purpose, those web application purpose, we are going to use the application gateway, guys. We are going to use the application gateway. So just a minute. So that purpose only we are going to use the application gateway. This application gateway works on the layer 7. Layer 7 means application layer. And normal load balancer works on the layer 4, that is accept the TCP and UDP traffic only. But application layer 7 and application layer support the HTTP and HTTPS traffic only. HTTP and HTTPS traffic only. So whenever we are going to host it the web application, at that time we are going to use the application gateway generally. So compared to normal, Azure load balancer works on the layer 4, and that means TCP UDP. And under that, any application normally TCP UDP protocols wise, we can use the normal traditional load balancer. Only distribute the load purpose we can use it. On that, it's like we can't configure the anything, and the load balancer level we can't configure the SSL certificate, those things it's not possible. But in application gateway, yes, application gateway level we can able to install the SSL certificate. We can able to install the SSL certificate. Here there is a two scenarios we can use the application gateway. In the two scenarios wise, we can use the application gateway, guys. So what is the two scenarios? One is a multi-site hosting, multiple sites hosting. So multiple sites hosting means, for your understanding purpose, what I'm saying, suppose I have abc.com, some website, one more xyz.com, one more website, and I have something 123.com, one more website. Like that, multiple website hosting purpose, we can use the application gateway. Single application gateway, multiple website hosting purpose also we can use it. And another method is a path-based routing. What is a path-based routing? Path-based routing means, if you observe some of the applications, like nowadays we are seeing the so many websites over the internet. And if you see Amazon website only, if you are taken Amazon, and Amazon Pay is available, Amazon Business is available, and business means retail, that business what we are booking the orders and everything. That is the one thing. And other thing is like so many things are there. So whenever you click on Amazon, generally business one it will open, but whenever you click on Amazon Pay, it will change the entire window. So let me show you. So here, let me open the one browser, and normally suppose Amazon.in I provided. Okay, Amazon is open. But if it is the same thing, if I go to the Amazon Pay here under this, so where is the business? If you go business, and it's a routing the separate website. Yes, Amazon business separately. Yes, is it right, guys? Again back to Amazon, I'm getting normal Amazon retail wise, but is the business people like who are selling through Amazon, and those people have separate website, and who are purchasing, this is a website. And other than that, there is a Amazon Pay, like you can Amazon Pay. From this only we can able to see it. Where is Amazon Pay? Like PayPal, it's showing Amazon Pay. Okay, Amazon Pay. No, not this is a one. Let me check it here. So suppose is a customer services gift card, something like Amazon Pay also is available. Yes. So whenever you click on that is a separately, it will open Amazon Pay. It open and you can see guys, it's a separately, it's a different. Will get it. These all like multiple websites is a backend. It's a might be. It's a they are hosted in the different servers. They hosted in the different servers. But is a front end. What we are seeing single website. Front end we are seeing as a single website. So totally this is a one path based routing. So that means based on URL header, accordingly it will route the traffic to that particular server. So you can observe here, if I'm click on first, I'm getting the amazon.in reference, so and so this is a one. Whenever I click on something other and here so payment option Amazon payment. So you can see here it's a separately, it's a URL header changing accordingly. Front end website is a same, but it's a that is a routing the particular this one. But this is the one we don't know. Backend is a multiple servers they are using or single server we don't know. But generally, if it is a scenario, if it is a hosting, the front end is a single server and backend is a hosting in the that services in the different servers. Yes, in this scenario, we can go and use the application gateway. We can go and use the application gateway, guys. Understand what I'm saying? Any questions?
Kiran, I think some disturbance is there from your end.
Not from my end. And now it's okay.
No, Kiran.
What you are getting? It's any
I'm getting
disturbance.
different voice.
Okay, 1 minute.
I'm not getting any disturbance.
Oh, you are not getting?
No.
Okay, let me rejoin then.
Okay. Let me check it. Any other settings? Generally, device settings. Mm, okay. Here, music high. Noise suppression. Okay. Let's wait. We try to join. Okay. So Vinay, now it's okay, or still you are getting the disturbance?
Now it is okay.
Okay. So coming to what I am saying here, you can understand it's a front end application gateway and it's a backend is a like multiple, like suppose here example wise image server pool and only images I'm serving different pool and video is a different server pool and placing into the my all video server pool is a videos I place it. But is a front end website is a single website only. Suppose example contesto.com, and when he's trying to access it by default web pages he can able to access it. But whenever images in URL header changing, based on URL header change accordingly route the traffic to this image server pool. The traffic go to the image server pool whenever that URL header slash so and so video and route the traffic to video server pool. Video server pool. So that means accordingly URL header accordingly that route the traffic to that particular video server pool. So this is a one, it will happen in the route based routing, path based routing, not route based, sorry, path based routing. This is the one path based routing. So in application gateway, two types of is available. One is a multi-site hosting and another is a path based routing. path-based routing is available, guys. So here, if you observe what exactly it's happening, it's normally visualizely here web browser. So client who are accessing the website, that is a client, and their laptop or desktop, they are open the web browser and provide the so and so website name. The request go to the application gateway. So application gateway front end IP address recognize the request and send it to the back, and it's a HTTP or HTTPS listeners is available. So what exactly this request? What is the URL header? Accordingly, it will route the it will understand the listening. What is the URL and what exactly looking for end user. So accordingly, it will listen and send it to the back. So here rule is available. So what type of rule? Multi-site hosting or path-based routing? Which rules we created? Accordingly, it will check it. Accordingly, it will route the traffic to that particular backend pools. That particular backend pools, it will route the traffic, guys. It will route the traffic to that particular backend pool. So totally this is the way it will happen, guys. Okay, so here and totally front end, it's a we can use the private IP address or public IP address, or at a time both the IP address also we can use it. Both the IP address also we can use it. And front end, what it's a listen the listener, it will understand the port number, IP address and certificate. If it is HTTPS means SSL certificate, and IP address, which IP address through that, and port number, which port number using that they are trying to connect it, port number 80 or port number 443, because of based on backend what we hosted the website, accordingly it needs to be route the traffic. That particular port SSL offload, that means if it is using the SSL certificate itself here, and accordingly that certificate it's valid or not, it's going to check it. Accordingly it will route the traffic. Rule strict front end what to the backend traffic. So front end what they are trying to access it exactly, based on that rule it will route the traffic to backend pool. In the rule checking at that time, it's a custom probe, it's a that is a healthy or not, and it's a backend pool. And HTTP settings, what type of settings we configure, accordingly it will route the traffic to the backend pool. This is a totally happening in the background, happening in the background, guys, totally. So up to now, any questions?
No, Kiran.
Okay. So coming to here, these are gateway features, application gateway features. Secure socket layer termination. What is the mean of secure socket layer termination? Means front end, what we said, application gateway, and backend is a backend pools is available. So here SSL certificate, generally we can install the where is our web server in the server backend application like VM, and on top of that IAS, and on top of that SSL certificate we can install it. Generally SSL certificate means it's a encrypt the data and decrypt the data. So that means what happen, that encrypt the data, decrypt the data, it's going to utilize the that CPU and memory utilization. Due to that, might be our application will get the performance issue. Because of SSL certificate only, it's using the utilization of the resources means, and application cannot able to get the more resources. Due to that, we'll get the performance issue. Due to that, Microsoft given SSL certificate instead of installing in the backend, and we can install the we can upload into the application gateway. Application gateway, it will take care about that encryption and decryption. What traffic is getting up to here encrypted, and decrypt the traffic and send it to the backend. So no need to backend pool, no need to do the encryption and decryption for that. So we can our application utilize the more resources, and we can minimize the this one. So that is the advantage of secure socket layer termination in the application gateway. Okay, so that is the advantage, guys. And auto scaling, application gateway automatically number of instance backend it will going to increase it, number of instance automatically decrease also it will happen automatically. And zone redundancy also it's supported that application gateway, and static virtual IP address, and this automatically backend that number of instance accordingly that static IP address it's going to associated. Because of application gateway, one dedicated subnet we are going to associate, one dedicated subnet we are going to associate. And web application firewall, including application gateway, we are getting the web application firewall. So protecting the our web applications using web application firewall. and ingress control of AKS. That means Azure Kubernetes Services. If you are using the backend is a Kubernetes services directly, we can't add as a backend pool. So how to add it the Azure Kubernetes services? First of all, we need to deploy the ingress control. So that ingress control for AKS, we need to deploy it. After that only we can integrate with the application gateway. Kubernetes, Azure Kubernetes services directly we can't integrate it. So that's the reason ingress control we need to deploy it and integrate with the backend. And URL based routing, we already discussed. Path based routing means URL based routing, and multi-site hosting we already discussed. Multiple website hosting purpose we can use it. And redirection. So any URL header, suppose nowadays if you see, if I given the google.com in the website, we given the google.com, automatically HTTPS so and so www.google.com, like that we are getting. Somebody any website, your website, they are giving the HTTP only. They are trying to HTTP so and so like abc.com. Automatically it will route the traffic to HTTPS and automatically it will change it. So such redirections also it will happen. And session affinity, that means specific user is trying to connect it that specific backend endpoint. Accordingly, it will route the traffic and it will connect it that server only. That session affinity also cookie based it's available. And WebSocket and HTTP 2 traffic, that is also supported. Not only HTTP, HTTPS traffic and as well as WebSocket. Nowadays, we can see 3D and some other, meta, like nowadays virtual reality, AR, that related website, WebSocket and HTTP2 protocol using that traffic also supported the application gateway. And connection draining, that means backend it's something you want to do the activity. So at a time installing the like some activity you are performing in this particular virtual machine, you can make the connection drain this virtual machine and you can perform the activity. In this time, it won't route the traffic to this particular virtual machine. Any traffic, it will go to the remaining backend pool. That is the way you can avoid the entire downtime window, and one by one you can perform the activity. That is a purpose. And custom error pages, yes, you can define it. This is a so and so error. You can define it that error message also. Accordingly, it will show up to the customers. This is a error message like that. Custom error pages, we can define it. Rewrite HTTP headers and sizing. This is the sizing also. Anytime we can change it, and rewrite HTTP headers also we can do it. So sometimes we can see HTTP headers, it's differently is available, and that is a rewrite the HTTP headers also we can do it. Totally these many features will get it the application gateway, guys. Application gateway, we can get the these many features. Understood? Any questions on this?
What is sizing, Kiran? Can you explain one more time?
Sizing means it's a kind of application gateway sizing. So that means normally it's a one application gateway. So we are getting, and accordingly we can change the number of sizings also. Like here auto scaling wise we'll get it. And let me show you. Go to the portal, just a minute. If I'm going to application gateway, create a application gateway. So here that size is we are going to tire is a standard version 2, WAF version 2. So there are 4 sizes is available. Okay, and right now suppose I'm deploying the standard. Later on I want change it. It's a possible to go to the standard V2 only. Sorry, WAF only. But if I select the standard V2 means I can go later on I can increase to the WAF2 also. It's a possible. That is the way sizing it's going to change it. The tire is going to change it. Okay. So if it is a standard only, if I'm using that SKU size is a medium, small and large is available. Later on we can change it. It's I don't want it's a small I can go with and large I can go with that way. Okay. Got it? What I'm saying? So now medium wise, I'm getting the 2. So if I'm select the small and 2 only, but small size is getting, backend is a small size we are getting. We can't see it, but is a large means it will use the traffic, it will able to handle. So you can see application gateway or offer the 3 size, small, medium and large. Small instance sizes are intended to development and testing scenarios. If it is a large means it's a production purpose. Small means even test very low traffic and testing purpose we can use it. Medium is a we can use the small web application purpose we can use the medium. That way we can change it. Okay. Any questions?
No, Kiran.
Okay. And coming to here, go to the home. First of all, we require the at least as a like right now I'm going to show you the path-based routing, how it works. And for that, I require the one virtual network basically. So I'm deploying one virtual network. So here VNet 01 and West US2. Suppose I can go with the East US2. Next IP address. Okay. Nothing changes. And here one more dedicated subnet I required, that is a application gateway. Like that we require the one dedicated subnet, guys. Starting only I'm creating #24. I'm providing, click on add and next security and next tag and review and created. So here one virtual network. So anytime like in real time, already adjusting virtual network, already adjusting everything is available, virtual machines and everything. If it is a new application wise and servers will create it, but one dedicated subnet always is a required, guys. Application gateway, it's a one dedicated subnet is a required. Same like gateway subnet, firewall, bastion, application gateway, and these all those things is a one dedicated subnet is a required, guys. One dedicated subnet is a required. Why is a required one dedicated subnet?
Due to heavy traffic, at a particular
Sorry,
gate. Due to only traffic restricted to that particular subnet.
no, you people
Because if
not
you share
understand.
the same subnet with multiple things, right?
No, we can't share with the multiple services. Only application gateway, one dedicated subnet. Okay, what will happen? It's a PaaS services. These all those things PaaS services, platform as a services wise, PaaS. Okay, so here what happened? Application gateway front end is a only one services we can see it, but back end actually what happened? It's a multiple same application gateway, multiple instance is going to run. Multiple instance based on the your traffic, what you are getting the traffic. If you are getting more traffic is a getting and more instance is going to run automatically. So that means this all instance it will handle the traffic and distribute the load into the backend pool. Understood? So each and every application gateway one private IP address required. Got it? What I'm saying? So where it will take it that private IP address, we are allocating the one dedicated subnet. Yes. From that subnet range, it will take the each IP address allocate to this each instant. Application gateway instance, it's getting the IP address from this pool. Got it?
Yeah, Kiran.
So these are the basic things only, but you people needs to be understand. If you're not able to understand, let me know. I can give the clarity. So I'm deploying the virtual machine for backend pool purpose. So right now I'm going to queue. This is a one image pool server, image pool. This is a one East US2 I am providing, and I don't require is a zone redundant. These all those things. Okay, server, and providing the name of this user ID and password. So here nothing changes. Next disk, nothing here. VNet1, not application gateway, default subnet. Here I require the basic is enough. Click on OK, and none. Management, nothing. Monitoring, visible, and review and created. Let me give the image server, not pool. Image VM or image VM01 like that. Yes. And created. Okay. And one more virtual machine. Videos VM. I'm giving the name, and East US2. No redundancy. Everything okay. And here I'm providing the user ID and password. Okay, click on none. Next disk networking. Here default subnet, and this is a one basic one, and click on OK. And here none. Next management, nothing. And here disable and review and created. Two servers I'm deploying, guys. Click on home. Okay, the two servers is a deployment in progress. Let's wait for a few seconds. So in between application gateway, just I will show you. Okay, already deployed. Let's go to the image VM. Try to RDB. Just a minute. So download the RDB file. Okay, now connect and trying to connect the image VM. What happened? One minute. What IP address? Oh, standard public IP address I taken now. So standard means definitely we should use the network security group. Otherwise it won't work. Okay, we already have one standard public IP address. Why is it a network security group is available? Okay, let me associate to the this one. So that
Kiran, one question, Kiran.
okay.
What is the difference between basic and standard? Why we are selecting the IP addresses now? There we have option of basic and standard.
I think multiple times I explained. Again, you now you are asking the question. Very surprised to me.
Maybe I missed that class.
Recording sessions also I'm providing, guys. So here, public IP address, if I go to the, suppose, what is the difference? Again, today also I'm explaining here. Go to the public IP address and create it. And you can see the practically I'm going to show you what is the differences. Public IP address, there is a two types of SKU, standard and basic. Whenever you select the standard, and you will get the here zone redundancy. One thing is a zone redundancy, you will get it. Another one, by default, standard public IP address is a static public IP address. You won't get the dynamic. Okay. And one more difference is a by default standard public IP address inbound is a block. By default, inbound is a it won't allow it. By default, inbound is a it won't allow it. Whenever you select the basic, it won't support the zone redundancy, and you will get the option of dynamic or static. And by default, inbound and outbound is a allow it. By default, inbound and outbound is a allow it. Understood? No?
Yeah, correct.
So standard is a whenever global load balancers, some global related when you are using, yes, it's a instead of regional tier, and you will going to get it the standard public address as a global tier wise, you will get it. As a global tier wise, you will get it. Okay. That is a differences majorly. So hopefully everyone get it, what I'm saying. So now I'm getting the RDB of this virtual machine. I'm trying to access it. Okay, VM is a login, and other VM also is ready. That is a video VM. So video, and let me take the RDB of this one also. Connect it. Already one server is trying to log in. Another server, it's also trying to log in. Okay. So here, first of all, I will turn off the sorry, local server. Go to and firewall is a turn off. Public turn off, and private network turn off, and the domain network turn off. Okay, and next go to the dashboard, and we require the install IaaS roles, web server roles. We need to install it. That is a I'm selected, and next install it. Okay, and same like that, and I'm going to do another server also. Go to local server, turn off the firewall. So turn off, and private network turn off, and domain network turn off. And here dashboard, add roles and features, next, and web server selecting, add features, next, install it. Is installing the roles. So here already one server is almost is going to completed. Let's wait for a few seconds. In between time, let me open the notepad. I think this is a image server pool. Let me check the what is the host name. Host name image VM1. Okay, great. So here this is from image pool. Like I'm giving the some one you are like this is a one I'm creating as a HTML page. So here go to the C drive. I need pub www root. In this I'm going to create a one as a image, that is a folder. Under this folder I'm giving the uh, index.html wise I'm creating. So here all files I'm selecting and save it as HTML page wise. It's a connected. This server is a ready, guys. Okay, another server. This is also ready, and I will open the notepad in this. So this is from video pool. Let me save as this PC, C drive, and it pub www root. Under that, I'm giving the name video. Here name is this page is a index.html. Generally, website developers they will use the by default website name is a index.html only, guys, backend. Okay, so this is a two servers is a ready, guys. Okay, and now go to the application gateway, create an application gateway and a resource group and name of application gateway web app GW01, like that I'm giving the name, and I require the EastUS2 and what type of version we required, standard or standard version 2 or WAF version 2. What is the differences here? So if you understand the differences, if you see the differences here, what is the saying? Whenever version 2 is available, auto scaling number of instances is automatically increased, depends on requirement. Minimum 0 and maximum instance count 10, and availability zone it's a supported. If it is a there is no version 2, only version standard only, there is no auto scaling. By default instance count we are getting. So here WAF means web application firewall will get it under this tier. WAF under that tier only will get the web application firewall. So if it is a WAF version 2, it's auto scaling and as well as web application firewall, application gateway, and zone redundancy, everything we are getting. That is a advantage here, guys. That is a advantage here. Okay, right now I'm selecting the WAF version 2. WAF version 2, whenever you selected, you can see here WAF policy we are getting. WAF policy we are getting. So if it is a suppose standard only, if I'm selecting, or standard version 2 if I'm selecting, and I won't get the WAF policy. That means web application firewall, we won't get it, guys. That is the differences here you need to understand. Okay, so that's the reason I'm going to show you the WAF version 2, more additional protection wise our web application. So we can select the WAF version 2. Right now this is a 3, I can give it maximum instant count, and availability zone wise spread into the 3 zones, getting the more high availability of application gateway. And HTTP2 protocol, it's a required, you can enable it. Right now I don't require. And WAF policy, yes, there is a WAF policy, like that I'm giving the name, and add boot protection also. Any automatic protection, like some people like create a software and through that hitting the request and so many things, and try to shut down the our interrupt the our services. Instead of that one, add the boot protection in case of any boot, through that it's getting the attacks also, it's a protecting purpose. Okay, and dedicated one subnet is a VNet, and that VNet under that one dedicated subnet application gateway, it's automatically taken. Okay, the dedicated subnet is required. Next, front end. So front end we require the only public IP address or only private IP address or both the things. If you require the both the IP address also, we can use it. Right now, I required only public IP address. Click on add app gateway PIP, like that. I'm giving the name. That is a public address is going to take care. Click on OK. Next, backend pools, add pool. So here one is the image pool. Image pool. So I select the image pool. It's a support the any public IP address or any FQDN or virtual machine scale set and app services. That means IP address and FQDN means might be in AWS or Google or any other platform if you are using, and that IP address wise, yes, or FQDN wise, it will automatically detect it. That way it's a provided, but it should be communicate between the Azure platform to that other platform also. Okay, that is the communication required. So right now I'm selecting the virtual machines. So virtual machine image pool only I required in this one backend pool, that is a image pool. One more backend pool, that is a video pool. Video pool. This is also virtual machine. I'm going to select the video server one. Okay. Two backend pools is created. Next, configuration. Here automatically taken the front end public address, and backend pools also image pool, video pool, it's already taken. Now routing rules. What type of there is a two types of routings is available. One is a multi-site routing and another one is a path-based routing. Right now we are going to discuss and I'm going to show you the path-based routing. So that's the reason I'm going to, it's a multi-site also same, you need to click on, but here little bit change. Here you can observe here listener type is a basic. Instead of multi-sites you can select the multi-sites, and accordingly that host name, that URL header you need to like host name you need to provide it. Okay, right, host name means that website name. Okay, right now is a basic, it's a single site only. So I can give the app rule 01 and priority is suppose 500 something value, and the listener name listener 01, and front end IP address, that public IP address I'm selected, and HTTP. If you want HTTPS and you require the SSL certificate, that SSL certificate two ways we can upload it here. Directly we can upload it here, or we can maintain the key vault and upload it here. We can upload it here, integrate with the key vault. Anyway, we can do it. Right now, upload the certificate only. I don't require the HTTPS and HTTP only I'm selecting. Accordingly, that port number also changing. Okay. That is the one thing. And backend targets. Here backend targets, I'm going to click on create. Here that backend pool name is a image pool. Image pool only. So image I'm selecting. Click on OK. And here, okay, that is my wrong. I no need to do it like this. I need to select the where exactly backend pool means. I'm selecting the image pool, and here backend settings. Click on add new. Here that backend settings. So I can give the backend settings. I'm giving the name. Nothing changes, guys. Here. So here connection training and cookie based definity, and those all features we can see it here. And it's everything it's available, but I don't require anything. So backend settings, and here you can observe here add multi targets to create a path based route. Yes, I want is a path based routing. Click on here and I provide the here slash image wildcard entry slash wildcard entry. So here target name is a image, and here backend settings, and here image pool. So that means whenever URL header, it's getting the URL header slash image and something slash, you are getting the from that website needs to be get it from this place. Image pool from that needs to get it. That is the way we are adding. One more is the same like that slash video slash wildcard entry. Okay, and here target name video pool, the target video pool, and backend settings. Here video pool I'm selecting. Video pool I'm selecting. Click on add. Okay, totally two path based routings we are creating. So whenever URL header image is available and needs to be get the traffic from that image server pool and get the traffic and get the web pages. And same like whenever URL header is a video is available and needs to be get the traffic from video from that. Click on add. So rule is a created. Now everything configuration is a done. When deploying only, I configuration done, guys. Try to understand. So review and created. That's it. Once is a deploy, we can see the just output, guys. We can see the output only. Once is a deployment completed. Let's wait for few seconds here. Yes, created. Now deployment in progress. Once is a deployment completed, we can see the output, guys, totally. So up to now, any questions, any doubts? Any questions, any doubts from anyone?
Okay.
So this is especially if you are practice only, you will get the more idea, guys. Might be you will get the questions, or might be you can't able to do it straightforward. And please try to practice it. This is the application gateway, especially it's a lot of confuse. Okay, how to configure the things, lot of confuse most of the people. So it's a very important. Generally, it will take little bit time. So let's wait for few seconds here and we can see the output of application gateway. Give me a minute. Let me come back. Okay, I'm back. So here, deployment completed. Go to the application gateway. Where is our application gateway? So here, our application gateway. So here we are going to see how to see the output, and we need to take the front end public IP address, that is a one, and provide it. Here I'm going to remove it. So provide it. So I'm getting the traffic from image pool. Why I'm saying this is a image pool? Because of when I'm creating the settings, it's a especially it's a when we are going to configure, that is a image pool I configure. That's the reason I'm getting the traffic from by default website. This is a image pool. But it's a exactly it's a how it works path based routing wise. I'm going to show you image slash enter, and I'm getting the traffic from this is a from image pool. So URL header, based on URL header, accordingly route the traffic to that particular image pool. So suppose is a video and slash, and I'm getting the traffic from video pool. Got it? What I'm saying, guys? Based on URL header, accordingly route the traffic to that particular backend pool. Understood, everyone? Any questions on this? Hello.
No questions, Kiran.
So is it clear, everyone? So this is the way we can get the traffic from path-based routing. This is the way we can do it. So here you can see web application firewalls, and in this it's a web policy, WAP policy. We can see it here. What is the WAP policies and what is the policy settings, and we can see it here. And manage rules, different types of rules already. Web application firewall, how these many rules by default OWASP standard wise already everything is enabled. Any malicious anything, it will immediately block the things. Okay, custom rules also we can create it. So any based on requirement we can create a custom rules here, and associate the what is the application gateway. This one is associated, we can see it here. So centralizedly same WAP policy we can associate to the multiple application gateways, and we can use it centralizedly. Managing purpose WAP policies is a very helpful, guys. Okay, so this is a one thing you need to understand. And go to here. So what is the backend pools? From the backend pools we can see. So actually if I wrongly created this is a one, I can remove it because of you can see rules associate 0 and targets is a 0, nothing is there. Due to that I won't get the any problem. So here image pool by default rule is a 2. Why is a 2? By default website also it's a getting from image pool, that is a rule 1. And second one, it's a path that will specific path we are getting the traffic image from this pool, that is a reason rule 2. And video pool only that specific pathwise route the traffic to video pool, that is the reason rule 1 here. Okay, target wise one virtual machine only, target wise one virtual machine only we added. Later on also we can add it. So this is the backend pools. Backend settings means backend how we host the website. So that backend settings, it's a suppose you are using SSL certificate in the backend server. The backend server, you need to select the HTTPS, and that SSL certificate you need to install it. You need to select it here. Okay. Generally, we won't use it. If you are not using, no problem. But backend server, if you are using the HTTPS, definitely here is a backend settings also. You need to select the HTTPS. That relevant certificate we need to select it. That relevant certificate we need to upload it and select it here. That is important. That connection training, cookie based definitely, request time dot how much time, override backend path, anything you can do it. Okay, these are backend settings. And front end IP address, we are using the public IP address only. Later on, we can add it the private IP address. Click on private and assign the private IP address for this also. So private link, no need to use it. If it is a private link, it's using through private endpoint only. Yes, we can do it. Right now we are not using. And SSL settings, SSL certificate profiles, we can do it. And listener, what we create a listeners. So and so listener name, and front end, what is a listener? Front end, like end users, what trying to access it. we are trying to access the port number 80. By default, port number 80 is not required. So if it is a using the things, that is the way we given. It's a public IP address through that, and HTTP port number 80 and basic only. So if you have multi sites and multiple sites, this is a URL header. If it is a getting, this is a route to traffic to backend pool. This is a one like that. We can define it. That is a listener visa. Very, very important. Listener, if you are not configured properly, it won't work properly. And rules, and we can see here what is the application rule we created, and it's a that is a what we defined the rule and define it. And listener, where is a we created above is a listener we created, and backend targets what we created the image pool, and we select the backend settings. The backend settings we created here, and that one is selected, and accordingly here path based routing we selected. Path based routing we created. So totally this is a one guys, and health probes from this place we can see the by default it's generally it will created sometimes, and backend health also we can see it under monitoring. If it is a backend, how is the health healthy or not, and it automatically load and it will provide the status. That backend health also it will show to us. It generally it will take little bit time, and you can see both the healthy. In case of backend pools is are not healthy, and it we can see it from this place, and which port number and which protocol using and everything we can see it here. Even this is the one also integrated with the log analytics workspace through diagnostic settings. Through diagnostic settings, we can integrate with the log analytics workspace. So log analytics workspace integrating, what are the logs we can get it? Application gateway, access logs, performance logs, firewall logs, all the metrics we can get it. Okay. And the log analytics workspace, which log analytics workspace we can integrate it, and that query we can write it, and that particular logs from this place we can get it. We can get it. Hopefully everyone got it. Any questions, any doubts, let me know. So from this place, you can see that performance of application gateway, some of the total requests, some failed request, some response state, HTTP status, and some throughput and current connection, how many connections, related health or host count by backend pool HTTP settings. So everything we can able to see it, guys. You can see immediately that is a disconnected here. Any questions, any doubts? Guys, any questions, any doubts? I'm asking.
Okay, for now I'm okay.
Okay. Okay. If no questions, no doubts, tomorrow we'll going to look into that traffic manager, and that one how to do the practical also I'm going to show you. So this is about load balancers second services. As of now, what we discuss, Azure load balancer, that is a regional service, and application gateway also regional service only. Regional specific region wise only it will work. Regional services. These two load balancers is a regional services, guys. Okay. So that's it, guys, today's session. And if you have any questions, any doubts, let me know. Okay. Hopefully is clear to everyone. Thank you.